Hey, haven't been here in a while. Wearing my sunglasses again. I'm still not feeling that great. Anyway, I feel like I've been gone for a year, but I don't know. I needed to. I needed to back off from stuff. Everything was just driving me crazy. World's me. It's like I shut off for like 3 days so far. Just stayed at home and yeah, and some whiskey. Had the TV off. Had everything off. I listened to just some music. And that's it. But I couldn't open my phone. I didn't want to do anything. I get so exhausted. Every day is just bad news all the time in the world, and it's just like I can't keep. I feel like there's an addiction to it, like bad news addiction. I'm reading nothing good. It's just terrible stuff going on in the world. And I thought about, I dragged myself in here. I had to go get my camera batteries, and which I couldn't find. I can't find my battery charger for my camera, which is annoying to me now. I tore the place almost upside down. But once again, trying to think if I had any prepared text or something. Is this mic on? I hope so. This mic needs to also recharge. But yeah. So I don't know. I remember talking about like last week about you know, I can't argue about dumb shit anymore, and I'm so sick of everything being so dumb and people arguing about dumb things. It's just like this is why I disconnect. I'm hard enough on myself, and I yell at myself all the time. But at least it's me dealing with me. I can't deal with others anymore. It's just impossible. And I wanted to go into a whole thing about um, why street art or any sort of graffiti, whatever, is so bad these days. I mean, say no to street art. This is what I wanted to say. That was my big slogan. Like, just say no. Say no to street artists because they stink. And what happened, and I think I mentioned this before, that it's just all now cartoon buffoonery. That I don't know how it evolved from something being like cool and maybe provocative or something like that, and then it turned into just a clown shoe. It's just awful. And I go back in time. I guess you could start blaming cause, and then that kind of set up the effect that people just started doing cartoons, and people are doing cartoon art. It's just basically characters, cartoon characters, whether they invented or they just kind of like stole and rebranded. And now they have figurines and all this other stuff now, collectibles, they're like bobbleheads. Like I don't know how street art became bobbleheads, and every artist is guilty of that. And the reason being is that because one person succeeded, or a couple of people did succeed in that kind of bobblehead stupid stuff, that then it was copy and paste, copy and paste, copy and paste. And lo and behold, every street artist I know has a cartoon character. I don't have a cartoon character. I don't want a cartoon character. I don't want to sit there trying to invent a cartoon character, but this is what's happened. And somehow, and then it's just like, it's basically almost like comic strips. It's almost like Heathcliff or Garfield or Smurfs. Like, I don't understand how Smurfs, are like, I mean, they're not street art, but that's what it's descended into. And these collectible cans, like little collectible spray paint cans and collectible it's just toys. How would something that was like illegal, unlawful, climbing shit, going out in the middle of the night with a bandana and doing all this stuff that I did? I was destroying city property at night. I was chased by cops many times. And how did that turn into freaking just memorabilia, like literally just figurines and tchotchkes, from street art to tchotchkes. That's really what, and it's terrible. It's whack. I just like stare at it and if some people sell them, and it's like, wow, okay, that's if I have to see another Campbell's soup can that's been graffitied out, if I have to see another, I don't know, Mickey Mouse, I'm gonna scream. If I have to see another tattooed Marilyn Monroe, as if she was like some sort of like street urchin, I'm gonna lose my mind, because that's all it is. And it's just like the bears. How many freaking bears do I have to see? I don't like teddy bears. I had a teddy bear when I was 3. that was that. End of story. I don't want a freaking teddy bear. Why? Or now I see there's a gorilla covered in paint. It's just like, it's all just, and it's all like 3D printed crap. And it's just like, oh, well, it's in different sizes of it. And it drives me nuts. And this is supposed to be rebellious. This was this art form that was designed to be rebellious, that was designed to give the finger to law and to property, is now just, glorified Funko Pops. It's like, I'm surprised they don't have a Funko Banksy or something, because I don't know what it looks like, but, just like anybody. Funko Cause. It's just like, ugh. And I have no respect for it anymore. I have no respect for any of these street artists, absolutely whatsoever. They all stink. Yeah, stinkeroony. PU. That should be your new street name. That's your new tag for the writers. PU. And I don't care about to make this distinction between writers and all this stuff. It's just old nonsense too. If they had half a chance, they'd make a figurine also. So I'm not impressed with any of that stuff either. So I don't know. I don't even know when I'm trying to get that. That was one of the points I tried to make, is I kind of I know I don't want to pre-program, but I was just like, that was another thing I was frustrated, because here I am, wanting to. I make stuff. I make art. I make dumb stuff too, but it's on purpose. It's like anti-art. It's absurdity. But to sit there for hours, to go days on end, beating yourself up because you couldn't think of a bear. It's just like, what? Or something like that, or I don't know, a bee or cabbage or something stupid, and then pre-print it 1,000,000 times over until somebody buys it or somebody's interested in it. And this mural business too. I saw a flyer that they already have machines that could do this kind of stuff. It's like this discount mural. Everything is just being discounted. They make bigger and bigger murals, and they're trying to make it for cheaper and cheaper. It's almost like nuclear proliferation with murals all over the world. They keep getting bigger and bigger, and the money's getting tighter and tighter. And it's just like, in the work involved, I would never want to paint a mural. Are you crazy? I've seen people paint murals. It's exhausting. I don't want to do that. I'm not, at my age, I don't have the energy for that. Even if I was younger, I'd be like, no thanks. Here's a rubber chicken with a knife through it. That's what I do. Or a horse, or coin-operated something. ATM machines too. But that's more my style. But it's just seems like a contest that there's no end in sight in this kind of they're just going to keep making more of these figures. There's just more plastic, more figures being made of everything all the time. Big murals, action figures. Well, not even action figures, collectibles, and that's what art has become. What happened to destroying property? What happened to making something really cool and interactive? Something wild. I don't know. I don't have anything to just top of my head, but my goodness. What happened to the performance? What happened to the outdoors, the outdoor thing? I mean, yeah, because you make murals outdoors, but still, it's just I don't know. It doesn't seem like, where does one find the motivation? Where does one want to do any of this stuff when you're looking at it? And I beat myself up for the past few days, crying and drinking about how I can't, because I can't somehow figure it out. I guess I'm just not that, either I'm not that smart, or I just don't really care. I don't know. It's like, what am I supposed to figure out here, really? It's like, this is what, it's like, I got to go through an, old, comic book and rip something off. Mr. Monopoly, oh God, if I see Mr. Monopoly one more fucking time, sorry, I don't mean to curse. I don't curse on the show, but man, did they Mr. Monopoly, what have they done to you? Yeah, it's like, Mr. Monopoly, what did they made you into and the dollar signs and the Gucci, symbol and the Louis Vuitton symbol. It's just all painted, rebranded, done. It's just like you walk into these galleries, it's just like, oh my God, big plastic fantastic of nothing, meaningless. It's all meaningless at this point. And so many people have copied each other. I don't even know who's who. It's just all a rip-off of a rip-off of a rip-off of a rip-off. All these artists, I don't get ripped off, but I can't rip it because I don't copy anybody. I keep my stuff so original that it's so original it hurts. Anywho, yeah, it's a cold day. It's like a March day at the end of May. I'm wearing a sweater. I'm wearing a chunky sweater when I should be wearing shorts and a t-shirt. Anyway, all right.